What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Tarps Off. Today, we're going to take a bit of a departure from hockey, even though I'm wearing a hockey jersey, because the Canucks are playing tonight. Hopefully we can beat Florida. It went badly last time. Anyways, welcome back to Tarps Off 2.
How's it going, fellas? Excited to do some NFL jerseys. We're switching it up as it's playoff time. Obviously, my favorite team didn't end up making it for some ridiculous reasons. And no, it's not because of that timeout. Everyone keeps blaming that timeout, and that's not it. We cannot take a timeout and allow a team to continue running the ball all the way into field goal range. So
That's a dang it.
Yeah,
That's
pretty much. Before this turns into a whole spiel about how the Chargers got screwed themselves over, we'll get to the jerseys.
Props to Steve Dangle for giving us that phrase. Hopefully this doesn't get demonetized because of that.
Hopefully.
But Steve's a cool guy, so.
No doubt.
Anyways.
So I guess we'll start off with this. This is the Chargers jersey. This is their powder blue alternate. It's screen printed, which personally I actually like because I don't have to worry about bending any jersey numbers or anything, and it's really easy to wear over any sweater or hoodie. So of course this is the Derwin James, the big 33, our big safety man. Happy to have him back this year. He was out last year with a serious injury, and it really made a difference having him back this year. So now we'll move to the Ravens alternate black. They usually use it at home, and it's of course Lamar Jackson, one of the MVPs and faces of our league. Again, it's screen printed. It's the NFL game jersey. You got the Raven crest on the side. See it a little, and the Nike swoosh on both sides. Again, easily breathable, and comfy. Black, of course, can go with any color. And I mean, he didn't make the playoffs this year. Come back next year. I know it's unfortunate not getting to see the superstar run circles around teams, but I mean, hopefully we'll see him back next season.
I guess you guys are wondering about what he means by jersey bending or number bending and stuff. You can kind of see the folds there. Just happens, unfortunately, but it's not a huge deal.
Yeah, that's what comes with the jersey, I guess. But speaking of actual stitched jerseys, this is a little bit of a retro. I did get it when Calvin was still in the league, and when the Detroit Lions weren't losing every single game. This is actually the Nike Legend jersey, so it's actually stitched. Yes, Calvin Johnson, Detroit Lions. They didn't go winless this year. Managed to get a couple of wins. Team's looking good, honestly. They got the right coach, and got the right mindset, right? MCDC. Shout out Dan Campbell, of course. But honestly, I really like the jersey. It's one of my older Nike jerseys. It's one of the first Nike jerseys I actually ever got. And I mean, it's Calvin Johnson, right? Just got in the Hall of Fame last year. It's pretty breathable as well. It's got the holes on the side. Yes, it's stitched, but it's Calvin Johnson, so you don't worry too much about it. So now we got a jersey I actually got on Amazon. Now, yes, that sounds shady. Hey, this guy got fake jerseys. But honestly, everything except for obviously the numbers much smaller than the print of the name. DeAndre Hopkins is back when he was on the Houston Texans. Of course, he's on the Cardinals now. ACL, or I think it was an MCL sprain actually, that kept him out the playoffs. Unfortunately, that affected the Cardinals big time last week. But this is of course stitched. It's really done really well. And yeah, the jersey's the number itself is really small compared to everything else, but makes it easier to wear. You don't have to worry about bending anything. Of course, when it's stitched, that's the number one thing. And they got the Nike logo and everything on here, so if you don't tell anyone, this is actually a real jersey. Right? Got the Texan logo, of course, just stitched up on here. I mean, Texans are looking for a whole lot. Of course, their QB wears this now, so the number 10, not as lethal as this guy though, but we'll see. We'll see what Dougie Mills or Davis Mills got in the future. And now a little bit of again, not really a retro. It's a Nike Legend jersey, of course. It's stitched. It's got a really big logo, which I find kind of annoying. Obviously, I like the Panthers logo, and this is Cam Newton, of course, if nobody knew, who actually came back. So it can't really. It's like a retro, but not a retro. But honestly, it's really breathable. They got holes everywhere on this jersey, right? You
can see through the thing.
Exactly, and you got the Nike or the NFL crest just stitched onto here as well. Of course, this is their black alternate home. Usually they use it. Actually, just it really depends. With NFL jerseys, you kind of just interswap depending on what team you're playing against. So for the most part, there's your white, your black, and your alternate. This is actually their black. I believe it's either home or away. Their alternate is, of course, the powder blue. And so that's Cam Newton, Carolina Panthers. And now we got the speedster. Back when Michael Vick and the Philadelphia Eagles were crazy. Deshaun Jackson. Again, screen printed NFL game jersey. Really breathable with the holes on the sides. You got the giant eagle logo screen printed on there with the Nike swoosh. And, I mean, it's D-Jax. Obviously, he's on the Raiders now. Kind of miss him when he was on the Eagles with Jeremy Maclin and Michael Vick throwing the full-on gunslinger offense. But, I mean, he's making his dues on Oakland. Obviously, not Oakland, sorry, Las Vegas. Obviously, they got bounced last week by the Cincinnati Bengals. A really high-powered, high-flying offense. Speaking of Eagles, of course. Yeah, you just got the Eagles, or not logo, just Eagles name printed on here.
The word mark.
The word mark, yeah. And you got the logo on the side, of course.
Not as big as hockey jersey word marks, so.
Definitely not. As you come to see, NFL jerseys are much, much simpler and plain almost.
Yeah, which is kind of why I'm more into hockey stuff. And we started this channel around hockey stuff.
No doubt, yeah.
But yeah, I don't have any NFL jerseys, so.
Yeah, exactly. And you notice the sleeves are actually a lot longer too. Obviously not down to the...
Well, to the wrist,
yeah. But they're definitely... Personally, I'd kind of feel if they're a bit shorter, it'd be nicer. But, I mean, you make do with what you got, right? So, move on to the next one. And, of course, this comes with a little controversy because it's the Odell Beckham Jr. Cleveland Browns jersey. And, of course, as we knew this year, he ended up getting the boot. And I guess he asked for it, right? His dad was posting about it, Twitter, all the media around Baker. Is it Odell's fault? Is it Baker's fault? Baker playing with like no arm. So honestly, I think there was too much blame, they weren't winning enough, so media went crazy with that, and that's what caused.
That's what media does.
That's what media does, no doubt.
Let's trade Pedersen. Let's trade Miller. Why?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
Dad, obviously, Odell's dad, of course, OBJ Senior or OB Senior, but he posted that video, I believe, of Odell with a lot of overthrows and missed passes and stuff. So he ended up leaving. He's on the Rams. They're playing not tomorrow, the day after. And Odell had a huge game in the playoffs last week, or he had a huge game last week, and hopefully he'll come back with it this week, man. I think I honestly really like this jersey. It's their Legend Edition, of course, so it's stitched, and of course, the orange over the brown is honestly really good. Kind of unfortunate that he left so early. Got the jersey a few years ago.
Dog pound in the collar.
Yeah, that's a dope thing. You know, you got it right here. You can see it.
Yeah, some are okay,
Down.
some aren't. Just color graphics.
But yeah, I mean, Cleveland had one or 2 years with some success. And now they're back trying to find out what's going to happen in the next year. Back struggling, not making the playoffs. Now this is one of my favorite jerseys. It's a throwback. It's a Mitchell and Ness, Randy Moss, New England Patriots record-breaking season jersey. The 81, of course, he wore 84 as a rookie on the Vikings and stuff. But man, is this like it's Randy Moss, of course. When your name becomes a verb, mossing. That's when you know you made it, right? So
like Datsuki Dangle.
No doubt.
He did the Forsberg.
Exactly.
I'll relate it back to hockey whenever I can.
Of course, we gotta have a little bit of back and forth,
Yeah.
so the fans don't get too hey.
I thought this was a hockey channel.
No doubt, right? But no, it's of course it's stitched. It's got big logos or big numbers.
Big numbers.
Especially on the back. If you just flip it around, it takes up almost all the jersey.
If you look at comparing between his Chargers jersey and this one,
yeah,
they're actually bigger than the front.
Yeah,
which is
exactly
interesting.
It is. It's like it makes it harder to wear. Obviously, when you're at the game, maybe you're standing up, right? So, perfectly fine. But I don't know if I'll go to a Patriots game anytime soon. They also got bounced last year, or not last year, last week. But yeah, you got the stitch numbers on the side as well. The logo is screen printed, and let's see if I can. Patriots logo screen printed.
Big ol'.
But yeah, it's nice little jersey. I mean, I like the player on the jersey. Not really a big fan of the team, but
Yeah, you can buy players or like jerseys for the player if you like him, if it's aesthetically pleasing, which happened with a few of mine. So.
Right. And now that's key, because this next team I hate. I don't hate only because it's not like I just dislike them. They're not in our division or anything. No, they're in the NFC. But their fan base is ridiculous, and their fan base was tearing up big time this week. They got bounced out of the playoffs by the San Francisco 49ers. So here we got the old school Terrell Owens, Hall of Famer, should have been inducted first ballot. T.O. home or white Dallas Cowboys jersey. This one I got on NFL, at NFL.com, of course. It's screen printed, which is unfortunate, and yes, the logos or the numbers are much smaller, but it's easy to wear, easy to get dirty. That's the problem, right? So it's all white. There's not much blue other than little parts you see around the jersey, but yeah, it's kind of hard to wear. It's more one you show to the boys, to the girls, whatever. I got this T.O. jersey, right? It's not really one you want to wear out too much and maybe go food.
It's a display case jersey.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like my Pedersen All-Star jersey, that one's really hard to wear. And it's also incredibly white. So
yeah,
at some point I might do a display case and throw that one in there because, you know.
There you go, get it signed first too, right?
Maybe.
Why not? Yeah, there's no Stars logo on here. We just got the ribbons on the side, the little borders.
It's a star. Like, there's not really much.
Exactly, right? Can't show too much of the Cowboys stuff. So now we'll go...
Just to piss off Dallas fans.
No doubt. Let's get to the very old jerseys. So these are the Reebok jerseys. And I got them when I was much younger. Well, actually, before we go into the Reebok... Yeah, I'm not a Cowboys fan. I'm not a Cowboys fan, but yes, this is a Des Bryant t-shirt I actually got from a friend of mine who went to Dallas and asked him just to, can he pick me up like something, like a t-shirt? And I was expecting more of like an actual t-shirt with a printed, of course, logo number and name. But this actually came back as like a somewhat like the same texture you would find on jerseys, but of course it's not a real jersey. It's more just a t-shirt jersey. And it's Des Bryant, former retired Cowboy. Here they got the little logo on the side, the little ribbon. Really easy to wear. Obviously it's a navy blue, so you don't get it stained, which is great. The big 88, the famous number worn by every top Cowboys receiver. CeeDee Lamb did not have a good game. Are we going to blame Dak Prescott or are we going to blame CeeDee Lamb? I don't know. Now, this is my pride and joy, right? Chargers fan, LT days, powder blues. You can't go wrong with these. You got the bolt on the side. And, man, the jersey speaks for itself, man. LaDainian Tomlinson, Hall of Famer, best running back in Chargers history, best running back in NFL history. I don't care what you got to say about that.
Spark a debate in the comments, and I'll have him fire back at you.
Yeah. But no, this guy can catch the ball and run it. It's crazy. Of course, you got the 2-1. It's stitched. This is back when NFL was with Reebok. And personally, I honestly didn't feel too much of a difference when it came to changing from Reebok to Nike.
Yeah.
But it's a much smaller jersey. It's got the holes. It's really breathable. Of course, the powder blue. You can't go wrong with powder blues. Can't really go wrong, so I decided to get a new version of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's LT, man. That's our Charger.
Yeah, it's like the when the NHL changed over from Reebok to Adidas, the Reebok Premiers, which I showed you, the custom jersey, that's a Reebok Premier. The crest is actually like pretty much what they wear on the authentic version. It's just heat pressed instead of stitched. When I went to Fanatics, those ones just kind of suck really badly.
Can you think no stitch?
Yeah, you gotta get authentic if you're going for Adidas.
Exactly.
Basically 2017, 18, and forward. Go authentic, don't get the Fanatics. They're terrible,
Guys,
please.
You might as well just get it stitched.
They're $50 more expensive. Just get the authentic.
If you're gonna get the jersey.
And they look nicer too. Better quality.
Of course. See, now we're talking about stitched jerseys, and then we bring up one that's, I think, honestly, I'm not sure if it's heat pressed or painted into the actual jersey. This is an old school Reebok Chad Johnson. Yeah, I know, Chad Ochocinco. But
Bengals.
yeah, this is Cincinnati Bengals. You got the little logo on the side. I'm a huge Ocho fan. Of course, I got the jersey before the name change, and honestly, I kind of like the Chad Johnson with the logo, right? Like Ochocinco's cool, of course, but Chad, it didn't matter. Child, please, right? So I mean, it's like, I guess, painted. I don't really know how to explain this better, but it's really like the.
It's
Maybe
like
a little-
if you think of like your elementary school basketball jerseys.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. That's a great connection. But yeah, that's pretty much the case in this jersey. You got the numbers on the side, and you can't really see it that well. But yeah, you got the numbers on the side. Of course, you got the little stripes to fit the orange stripes on the black. Really easy to wear, nice and big, breathable. Of course, you're not gonna have to worry about bending or crushing your little lumbers. But of course, there's another jersey back when NFL was with Reebok, and I mean the Bengals obviously play this week against the Titans. It's gonna be a tough game. You know, Joe Burrow, Mixon, and the gang of 3 receivers. All 3 of them are unreal. Jamar, of course, T. Higgins, and Floyd, or not Floyd. What's his name? Boyd, Tyler Boyd. But yeah, we'll see what they do against Derrick Henry, the Return of the King, and the Tennessee Titans tomorrow, actually. And that ends our jersey segment of when it comes to NFL jerseys, of course. We do have T-shirts as well. We'll make a video on that soon. I got a decent amount of those. Those are more of the current players, and of different teams that we showed today, actually. So we got a nice little variety coming in the next episode.
Yeah, you'll notice I don't talk nearly enough as I do in normal videos because I don't know anything about this. So threw it over to Tarps Off too for this one because he's the football guy
so.
in our relationship.
But you know what? Maybe next year, our boy will be able to, purchase his first NFL jersey.
Yeah, something like that. I think we're trying to do a Vegas trip for a couple of games.
Oh, not
at
a
the
Raiders
Fortress.
jersey. Not a Raiders jersey.
No, you don't have to get a Raiders jersey.
Any other jersey.
Yeah, we're going to try to do a couple games at the Fortress and then probably try to hit California as well so we can see if I get a Chargers or a Rams or something. Probably Chargers.
Don't do the Rams. Yeah, do the Chargers.
Yeah, I just have to make a small disclaimer. He is cheering for the Rams. Because you got to have one team from LA.
You got to have one, right? And they're blue, I guess. I think, honestly, Stafford gets a lot of hate for being... I mean, not a lot of hate. He doesn't get much recognition for playing on the Detroit Lions for so long. But the guy's got talent. Of course, he's going up against the GOAT, Tom Brady. So, it's going to be interesting.
See if the Bucs can get another championship.
Let's see. Can they go back-to-back? Is Brady retiring?
Yeah, that's an age-old discussion.
We'll see.
Anyways, thank you for watching this video. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you feel like it. No obligation to. And leave a comment because I'm getting bored and I want to chat with you guys. Alright, tell all your friends. See if they're going to subscribe. Ask them to. Anyways, that's going to be it for the football version. Thank you, Tarps Off too.
Hey, thanks for having me.
We will see you next time.
Deuces.